From bending like a pretzel to opening your eyes when sneezing, here are the most bizarre things most humans cannot do. Let me know how many you can. If you find Ned, let us know in the comments below. Twister trick Tangle-Tongue rolling. Say that a couple of times. I'm sure your tongue will tangle as well. We need to move our tongues to talk. It's impossible not to. We need it so bad that in the olden times, lying was punishable by tongue cutting. Goodness, Washington, D.C. will be in trouble then. Okay, this is not about that subject. This is about the ability to move the tongue in bizarre ways. Scientists believe in the past that tongue rolling was genetic, and a very low percentage of the population had this ability, and you could only do it if you had the dominant gene. According to research, men have this ability more than women. In recent years, it was discovered that not only nature but also nurture can actually affect your ability to do this, and it's all about the extra muscle development. So I guess CrossFit, tongue training, Pilates is going to be the next fad, huh? Milk it. Doing this could be very hard for anyone. So here it is. A very uncommon human ability that has been shown a lot through the milk challenge. Sounds like someone is challenging a calf to drink a gallon of milk. And you are actually half right. It's not the calf but the human who has to do it within an hour without losing his or her breakfast in the process, if you know what I mean. It actually sounds simple and doable, right? But I am sorry to tell you that there is scientific reasons why this seemingly silly internet challenge is hard for most people to do. The reason why comes from the inability of the human body to process that much dairy that fast and at once. I guess if you mix it with some cookies, most of us will work it out. The clocks and numbers game. So this is one that very, very few people can do. Let's see if you can. Grab a piece of paper and a pen. So far, yep, you can do this. Next, sit down in front of a table, and now let the fun begin. You will lift your right leg, doing circles clockwise with your foot. At the same time, you're going to draw the number 6. No, don't change the direction of your foot. Keep going clockwise. How did that go? I am sure you ended up with a nice drawing that looks like your 2-year-old self drew. Oh, maybe you did it and it looked like a 6? Magnificent! Let's up it up by doing it counterclockwise with your right foot, and now you're going to draw number 8. If you did it, you are more coordinated than 99% of humans. Vampire Repellent. In a movie or two where a vampire is involved, there has been the iconic garland of garlic hanging on the woman who could be turned, hoping to prevent her transformation. But that's not the case here. Just the garlic applies. It's another peculiar challenge that only few can say they have lived to tell the story. There are places that host the garlic eating contest and has made it a sport. The contest is so tough that the winner could actually win money, not just internet prestige. Now let's hope the winnings include coupons for mouthwash. Say hello to my little eyebrow. A natural physical response to an emotion is to lift both eyebrows in surprise or even horror. Larger primates actually raise their eyebrows as a sign of threat. But this version is a fun one to try, but only if you can do. Some of the most iconic one-eyebrow lifters are The Rock Johnson and Leonard Nimoy. But even a more selective group of people can lift either eyebrow without lifting the other one. According to a clown acting school in Florida, you can train your face muscles to do anything. Just take some time in front of the mirror and hold one eyebrow down while lifting the other one. You will begin to identify and control the muscles that let you achieve the single eyebrow movement. Then, just keep practicing. Make sure you don't get a cramp though. The non-allergic nose twitching. I'm sure if you have had a bad case of the allergies, your nose will naturally twitch. The fun begins when you try to do it without any pollen as an assistant. The most well-known nose twitcher is Elizabeth Montgomery, who is better known as Samantha in the series Bewitched. The poor woman was asked to do this trick like a circus dog everywhere she went. So bad were her fans asking for her to do it that after the series ended, she stopped doing it for good. Wiggle, wiggle, ear. I am sure you have seen your furry friends do this adorable ear movement when one ear is facing one way and the other one is facing you, especially when there is a loud noise in the background but you're still talking to them. Being able to move your ears without moving any other part of your face is a skill that has been mastered by animals. But how about humans? Only few people can actually do it on command. According to research, the reason why is a very small percentage of people can do it. It's because the wire that goes to the brain to tell it to move, it's actually very small. But don't fret, just like the eyebrow lifting and the nose twitching, practice makes perfect. Oh, side note, pay close attention to how your ears react when there is a sudden noise. You may notice a slight movement. Weatherproofing. Temperature regulation is part of what our bodies do to maintain the organs functioning properly. But how about people who can withstand extremes? Less than 1% of people can actually do this below freezing challenge. But first, I bet you have heard of the polar bear plunge, where people jump into freezing waters and run back into warm. But that is just child's play compared to this one. In the northwestern part of Canada, right next to Alaska, is the Yukon, where this challenge takes place. Yukon Arctic Ultra is a multi-day race. No more than 13 days are allowed for competition, and it's over 700 kilometers, which is 435 miles, that are covered for the race. The only things that you need to bring with you besides a headlamp is a shovel if there is an avalanche, enough food if you get lost, and remember the jacket, since the temperature can be anywhere from minus 20 Celsius to minus 55. You just may encounter a blizzard here and there, so good luck trying that. The milk and the garlic challenges now look so easy. Sneeze it wide. I am sure you have heard of this before and may have been surprised to hear that hardly anyone can do it. Sneezing with your eyes wide open. It's actually healthy that you cannot do it. Scientists concluded that the speed in which one sneezes is about 60 miles an hour. Due to the high speed and pressure of the sneeze, if your eyes are open, they could potentially pop out. So thank goodness our brains are smart. It's also said that closing your eyes while sneezing is a brain reflex designed to prevent the eyes from getting germs from the sneeze. Finger Fidgeting Fun. Nowadays, a very popular way to entertain oneself while being in class, waiting in line, or just anywhere is using your phone, or even more fun, the fidgeting spinners. Some people even use rocks small enough to play with them in the pocket of their jacket. But that's just plain common. A very small percentage of people have way more fun ways to keep themselves entertained with their hypermobility. This is due to having incredible flexibility in their ligaments and joints. The majority of people may not be able to bend their fingers in any magical ways if bored. This is not something you can train for. You are born with hypermobility, where one can bend fingers or the rest of their entire bodies in ways that look impossible. Hyperflexible joints can also be due to a genetic disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. The PBM effect. Pretty much anyone has to move their mouths when talking. Although you can barely see it, ventriloquists slightly move their mouths as well. But here is one that is almost like a superpower. Try and see if you can do it. With your mouth wide open, try to pronounce the letter P. Or how about the letter B? Nothing? How about the letter M? Yeah, I got nothing either. Remember to click the bell icon after you subscribe so you can get instant notifications of all our new videos. Thank you for having fun with Ned and me today. I hope you found our mascot. Looking forward to reading your comments about which one of these you can do. Until next time.